My parents were forbidden to have any of these practices.
This purpose-built facility has been here since 1986. It is unique that everybody has their own room.
It was a little rocky probably when the Rogers and Blockbusters were preparing to close too.
The band is so tight and they innovate with new technology and new instruments all the time.
Fraser Focus, a fresh perspective beyond the bridge.
Hey guys, welcome to Fraser Focus, local faces and local places. I'm Leah Bolton.
And I'm Dean Atwell. Another exciting show for you here today. We're heading into Yarrow to learn more about Mountain View Home.
And then over to Langley, where a video store is facing extinction. As well, we have our 4-part series, Arts and Entertainment.
We're also heading into Chilliwack to learn more about the First Nations.
The first thing that we're taught is that a lot of these songs, they have the words that come to these songs that we lost, or they would have been originally in our native tongue, our Aboriginal language.
Right.
Due to a lot of the loss of our history and our language, we tend to go with the vowels, you know, the A's, the E's, O's, A's.
Peoples, were they hunters, gatherers, fishermen, loggers, all of the above?
You said it, it's all of the above. We've lived on a river forever, so it's sort of like that's part of our life, and I think a lot of people have signs say river spirit and that.
Initially we're Stalo. Includes all of the bands from Langley up to Yale, and across the river there's 24, 25 of them. And we learn that we wiped out by epidemics like smallpox that came with the gold rush in the 1850s, and some of our communities were wiped right out, and some of our reserves were cut back. Like this reserve here, I think at one time in the Douglas era it was 3,200 acres, and it's been reduced to 1,200, 1,400 maybe.
Originally the city started where we are today, like we're down the road, and I think during the Confederation, when the steamboats and stuff were going out of use. The train was coming in 1871. By 1884, everybody's moved out of here, and we moved in here. They made the swap, and then, that's the way it goes. When I was, 8, 9 years old and growing up in the community, because everybody else went to residential school, I got to know all the old people in the reserve.
So how come you were left behind?
My mom fought tooth and nail to not let us go to residential school.
When we first came out and started to follow the drums, it was so rare, and it was still seen as only brought out behind closed doors.
Right.
And in our...
And this is up until recently, like in your generation you're talking?
Yes. Like my parents and our grandparents were forbidden to have any of these practices.
This is called the Ketis. It's so with the feathers it shows the connection to the Spockish, to the eagle that flies above us, where we talk to where we say our prayers, and so we have the feathers to represent that or in honoring that bird, that eagle.
We just use this to represent the heartbeat of our people when we sing those songs.
May I have a look at that? May I try that? No, not happen. No, not gonna let me.
we didn't have books. We didn't have a way to tell our stories. A lot of the only recordings that we had were the stories and prayers that we had through song.
That's how the culture was kept alive.
Yep.
Passing it on from generation to generation.
That's one thing that we had to learn, was the sacrifice to learn. Traditionally, we use number 4 for 4 directions, 4 seasons. Start with 4 beats.
And 4 beats. And there we have it. We've learned a little bit about the challenges and the struggles of the Squaw Nation. This is a 2-part series. We'll have more next week as we learn about the future and optimism. Like I said, you're watching Fraser Focus. We'll be right back.
We have a license for 25. Currently, there are 22 with 3 vacancies, which Fraser Health is not willing to fill.
Welcome back to Fraser Focus, local places and faces from here in the Fraser region.
We're here in Yarrow at Mountain View Home, where Fraser Health has recently decided to reverse their decision to shut it down.
That's great news for long-term residents here who rely on the support they receive here. They've been here for 50 years.
Yes.
And how about you guys? How long have you guys been here in this facility?
Since 1992.
And why support Mountain View? What's important to you? What is it about them?
Because it's a small community and we all love them.
This purpose-built facility has been here since 1986. It's 10,800 square feet. It is unique that everybody has their own room. So this is Dorothy Enman. Dorothy Enman has lived at Mountain View for 35 years.
Hi, Dorothy.
Hi. How's she going for a while anyway?
I don't know how dark here.
This was the previous facility that was actually in front of the current one. This is what my grandparents started running in 1957 when they immigrated over from England. And then in 86, my parents purposely built this facility and started. So my brother was 4 and I was 2, and they started running this.
So you've grown up here?
I have. Here's a picture of me in the courtyard when I was 3, I believe, and right there in front of that tree with one of the old clients as well.
So cute. And that's your granddad or your dad?
No, that was one of the residents.
Oh, that's a resident?
Yeah.
What's on the lunch menu today?
It is, we're having a special day. We're having barbecue hot dogs and wieners and sauerkraut and fried onions.
I mean, our kids love coming here and spending time with the residents, and it's just, this is what they know so well as I do.
What would you have done if they'd have closed it?
You know, I hadn't thought that far ahead. I was focusing on fighting for our residents and fighting for the family and fighting for what we love. Like this is what my family has done. It's just bred in us, and I mean, it's a passion of ours, and I couldn't think of doing anything else.
Barry, what's a survivor pool?
It's when you write down who was voted off on the tribe on Survivor.
I was really disappointed because I love it here. Yeah, so I'm really glad that they decided to change their mind and that we could stay here if we want to.
Nice, yeah. And yourself?
We have very nice environment here, big rooms, good food, and medical care. So we want to stay here.
So there's quite a bit of research done with mental health and animals.
Yes.
In terms of healing.
Yes.
How many people are living here? 25?
We have a license for 25, but currently there are 22 with 3 vacancies, of which Fraser Health is not willing to fill. And that's our goal here, is to fill those vacancies because they're so badly needed.
I saw a bunch of you guys in Yarrow.
The area here is what is so important. They're in the country, they are on the farm, they can go and talk to their animals and work with the animals, and they can go fishing, they can go hiking, they've got bicycles, and it's just awesome, and we have seen many times. We come here quite often.
But my son, for instance, has been here for 22 years, and a lot of the residents here have been here for about close to that amount of time. And stress doesn't do very good with these people. They need a good, healthy environment, and this is what Mountain View provides.
This little book here is a collection of the drawings I made called fractals. I'm really passionate about games and puzzles.
Okay.
So I make my own games and puzzles, like card games, and I also make word puzzles, anagrams, crosswords I make.
I will never forget one quote that one of the moms said to me. When anyone asked what Mountain View Home was like, she would always say, "It's the closest thing to heaven." And she knew that her son was safe here, and how much the staff cared for him and how much the other residents cared for them. And I mean, that's it. When someone isn't doing well here, everybody is concerned.
Although the reversal to close Mountain View is a step in the right direction,
Hopes are that you change the decision to fill the beds once they become available.
you're watching Fraser Focus. We'll be right back.
That looks comfortable. Look at this.
They get a lot of up-to-date movies. They also have the gaming aspect of it too.
Hey guys, welcome back to Fraser Focus, local faces and local places. I'm here at Willow Video in Langley. It's one of the last rental video stores left in the province. Most of the other places have shut down, and if you come in there, there's a lot of classics. This place is not shutting down anytime soon. That's the good news.
Imagine the perfect video store. It would have a great selection, right? Right. Over 10,000 videos. 3 evening rentals, so no rush, no hassle. Fast checkout. 24-hour quick drop return.
Me and my two brothers opened Willow Video in 1988. We've had a lot of ups and downs throughout the years, but going strong, still doing good. More or less probably due to the fact that we're the last video store, as far as I know, south of the Fraser.
Hello, Willow Video.
We have another one too in Abbotsford.
You do? So one in Abbotsford, and you
And
guys.
this one.
And then what about other video stores, other people?
There was one, I believe, in Aldergrove. I think it was called Save On Video, and they're no longer there.
Just two on this side of the bridge, and then Limelight Video in Vancouver closes their doors, and then there's only one video store left in Vancouver.
Yes.
So, 1, 2, 3.
What happens, yeah. I had my video store for 22 and a half years up in the Walnut Grove area called Video Works.
Okay.
It's still empty.
Why is this one still open? Why are people still coming in?
Because they're successful. They get a lot of up-to-date movies. They know what they're doing. Yeah. And this is not their only business in this store. They also have the gaming aspect of it too.
Yeah, just let me check for a second. I'm just going to throw you on hold, okay? Yeah, okay, thanks.
What are we checking for?
We're checking for like a Wii game.
So you guys have video games and movies?
Yeah, we do sell quite a few used games.
You have the Infinity. Yeah. And then what's that other thing we have? We do occasionally rent videos.
Okay.
Or we go to the movie theaters.
Oh, that's always fun, yeah.
These guys like it on the big screen, but today we're just buying a video game.
Blockbuster Video. Wow, what a difference.
It was a little rocky probably around 5 years ago when the Rogers and Blockbusters were preparing to close too.
Which do you prefer? The Netflix or coming into the store?
Coming into the store?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because at that time Netflix just came in.
Oh, scary, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, and the Red Box had just came to Canada too.
Wow.
There's one dolphin tail.
Shaw on Netflix, basically.
So everyone's all on the internet.
Yeah, basically. I'm not, but.
No, you don't have any old VHS tapes and you don't take those out? Be kind, rewind.
Yeah, I wasn't born yet. You wasn't born when there was VHS.
Oh, and you were.
Yes. Blu-ray is high definition.
Okay.
So the quality's better. It's uncompressed video.
Okay.
And I just prefer to rent movies.
It's nice to,
The
look around.
experience,
Yes,
right?
right. Look around and, classic video store.
Fever Pitch, that's a good baseball movie.
And I think the main thing is families. This area is really strong with families.
Okay.
And you don't get the family feel when you do it through pay-per-view or
Right.
through internet and all those type of things.
You see us as you want to see us.
Like everything's now on Telus on Demand or Show on
Yeah,
Demand.
yeah,
so,
it is.
my God, like, is it worth the gas to come all the way down here to rent the movie for a couple bucks less, or is it just stay home and push a button on TV, right?
Yeah,
But he
yeah.
likes to just come and look at the old releases too and stuff. So
Yeah,
like
well,
an outing
yeah,
for
the
him.
experience.
I think that kind of is one of those lost arts. I remember as a kid, it was always kind of a fun thing when you do that outing. You'd kind of go and you get to look and you see this big wall of like every possible movie that you can rent. And it's a lot nicer because I feel like when you're on Show on Demand, you have this like disconnect.
That's right.
It feels a lot more genuine, at least to me.
Yeah. I'm glad this place is still here. That's his favorite thing is movies. He loves going to movies, renting movies, watching
All
movies.
sorts of.
Yeah, and he wants to actually, that's what he wants to get into as a career, maybe in the movie industry when he,
All right.
yeah.
You want to make movies?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's test you out. Here, grab this. Yeah, okay, now this is going to go on your shoulder. All right, sweet. Okay. I can't walk too far. Can you see me? Yep. Yeah, does it look good? How's that feel?
Does it look
Is it good? Okay, now I'm just going to go home because my job is done. See you guys later. We'll be right back here on Fraser Focus in a moment.
Music is the response of what happens when creation sees salvation.
Welcome back to Fraser Focus, bringing you stories that are often overlooked by mainstream media.
Before the break, I visited a video store. Now, I thought they were all out of business, but these guys are still doing well. I bet you still have videos.
It is the digital age, but I've still got a few VHSs handy.
I bet you would. You probably got the old Star Wars.
I do, the trilogy.
Our next segment coming up, arts and entertainment.
Music is the response of what happens when creation sees salvation. In the New Testament, we are told that Jesus sings. All right, men, listen. Jesus sang. At the Last Supper, it says he sang. Now, I can't imagine what that sounded like.
Keys, still not 100% sure what we're doing with you. We'll figure that out. But you guys in the middle, for sure, you guys can start staking your claim. Start setting up.
Village Church is a Christian church that meets here in Surrey because Jesus is changing each and every one of their lives. And we believe that not only is he the answer for the world, but we believe Surrey. We believe that Surrey can be changed for Jesus.
That we are made for something bigger than just earning our money every week, going to work, hanging out with our families. Those are great things. But I think there's something that stirs in our soul that says we were made for something bigger.
Music is powerful. It is the universal language. So the idea is to use music to inspire people, creativity. It all points to something bigger, right?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I can't do it all at the same
Rock and
time.
roll.
There's too much coordination in this. Does it sound good?
It'll get there eventually.
With my hope runs shallow, I'll call your name, laying down my life and I will follow.
The band has played out at a few like local events, like in Vancouver for conferences and concerts and things like that. It's a great way to, just nights where people just want to like enjoy music and participate. So like Christians get together, we just have a night of worship.
This is where I do my piano stuff. Pianos and organs and whatever else. This is my Moog. So this is like basses, leads. It only plays one note at a time.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. This is my Prophet.
How do you know you're pushing the right buttons here?
Practice.
From Christian contemporary stuff, but all the way to jazz, funk, rock, you name it. I think we're all kind of, that's where our roots were, all that kind of music. So when we bring it into this sort of
this arena when we all get together and play. It just depends on what's happening on it and how people feel. If someone lays down a beat, it's got a bit of groove on it, well then next thing you know there's gonna be a funk tune or something coming out of it, or a gospel tune, or even country sometimes.
I've been going to Village Church for the past 4 years, and the music is absolutely one of the reasons that I keep coming back week after week. The band is so totally tight, and they innovate with new technology and new instruments all the time. So I really feel every week that I'm uplifted each time I come.
The chorus is glory, glory, we have no other king but Jesus, Lord of all.
Can we get in stage order, please, so that we can just go down the line?
Part of a revolution. That's what art and music at its best has always been. It's a part of worship.
Laying down my life and I will follow where you go. I will follow all of my days.
So when we sing, it's not about these quaint little songs. What we're singing is about the destruction of the empire and the real Lord that we serve.
Laying down my life and I will follow.
All right, here we go. Arts and entertainment. Here's a little song for you, Dean. G chord, C chord, maybe a D7 chord. And that is it for this episode of Fraser Focus, bringing you stories from beyond the bridge in the South Fraser and Fraser Valley area.
Many talents on the show today, not unlike yours earlier. We were in Chilliwack visiting with the Squaw Nation and also visiting with the Mountain View home residents in Yarrow.
As well, in Langley, one of the last video stores standing. If you have a story to tell, don't forget to contact us via email, social media, JoytvBC, or you can even give us a call. I'm Leah Bolton.
And I'm Dean Atwell. Thanks for watching.